Actually, I was coming out of high school, 1997, and I wasn't ready to go to college yet. So, I know it was time for me to move on with my life, and I wanted to get out of my mother's house. 16 at the time, and she actually had to sign for me to go. Didn't want me to go, but I just knew I needed to do something. I wanted to go in a direction instead of staying home and not being productive. And I graduated in 1997. My mom signed the papers, and I was off. MCRD San Diego, 16. Starting life as a new man, and I think it was a great decision. My first duty station was in Iwakuni, Japan. I was over there for a year. I liked it. Got to experience a lot of different things that I probably wouldn't have never seen before, but it was a wonderful experience. Got to go to Nagasaki, Hiroshima, and for a young guy like me coming from the south side of Chicago, it was a new experience, and I learned a lot, and I enjoyed it. At first, it was kind of easy. When I first came home, had a transition with a job at the airport, and then September 11th came, they laid us off, and then I transitioned and worked with the armored truck. So at first everything was moving kind of smooth, had a good job and everything, and then it kind of got rough around the time. I seen how it was going, and I thought about going back into the military, but I stayed with the construction thing, and that's what I've been doing for the past 10 years. So it's kind of been a little rough, but at the same time, life gives you problems sometimes, but you can never quit, and you just have to learn how to deal with that. I was tired of the situation, how I seen where it was direction I was going with the company, and just couldn't find another job, but I had to keep my head up and keep moving forward, because if you quit and you don't pursue things, or you're never going to move forward. You're at a standstill, even though it's hard, and some people don't understand that at times when you need help. There's nothing wrong with reaching out for help, because we all need help at times. That's life. But if you just sit there and don't move forward, you will never progress. At this time, I was going through a little rough situation, staying with my father and everything, and it was not enough room at the house, and so I just figured it was time for me to try to move forward and do something else. Still was working, and at that time, it just seemed like when it rains, it pours sometimes. So first of all, I just had got my grandmother's car. She was letting me use the car. Got off work on a Friday and was headed home, and bam, crash. All right, at the time I was staying in transitional housing for veterans. It helped us get back on our feet. And like I say, when it rains, it pours, and had a car accident and everything, and that's how I was getting back and forth to work and picking up my children. And the accident unfortunately had me laid off for almost 2 to 3 months, and my car was destroyed. And at the time of the transitional housing for the veterans, that's when I met Leon, First Sergeant Leon Magnum. And it was amazing, because like I said before, if you're at a standstill, you will never move forward, and we all need help at times. But if you're not moving forward and trying to move forward and opening different doors, how can you find help? And at that time, I was still going through my thing, but I was still trying to move forward and push forward and keep going. And that's when I ran into Leon Magnum, and he was telling me about the AJ Lynch program, and I couldn't believe it. So I wrote him my story, let him know what was going on. He said, okay, we'll move forward from there. And they also had like a UMAP program for ComEd that helped veterans. So it was all type of help out there. But like I said, if you never open the doors and move forward, you would never know. And like I said, I formed a relationship with Leon Magnum, and just kept pressing like I'm always, hard charger, boots to the ground, and moving forward. And thank God, the Lynch program helped me get back on my feet with the vehicle, where I was able to continue to go back and forth to work and pick up my children. It was a great blessing. But if I would have stopped and didn't move forward, I wouldn't have never got a chance to receive that opportunity.